Alright, what is up YouTube? This is Jose. Haven't made a video in forever, but today I would like to bring to you guys my review on the Qanba Obsidian arcade joystick. I have had this arcade joystick for about, let's just say stick, just because I want to shorten it. I've had it for about, since May of last year. I ordered it on Cinco de Mayo because they had a 15% discount code, I believe. I believe it was just Cinco de Mayo was the code. Um, and I purchased it because I was like, decent amount off. And I wanted a great stick because I was tired of pad. And I've been playing Tekken pretty much not non-stop, but for the most part, consistent. I've been playing it consistently ever since I purchased the game. And honestly, this has been the greatest investment I made to actually play fighting games. And what you are seeing now is the box that originally came from. It's not in there. This is had I took it out already. I've been using it, so obviously, yeah. So nice box. At least you guys can check it out. Let me show you what came inside real quick. You can see what came inside was, of course, all this are from the protected. This is the packaging. Well, plastic it came in, I think, with cord and whatnot, and then a little instruction manual. Honestly, you guys will never have to really read this thing. It's really easy to understand how to just plug this in, set it up. It's not difficult, not rocket science or anything, but that's just the explanation of the box, what came in it. And now, let's get to the actual. Here is the actual Qanba Obsidian stick. What I want to tell you guys is that there's another stick that is similar to this one, but it just has a silver gray flat surface instead of this black surface, which you see, versus the other one, which I will put on the screen. I forgot what the name was exactly, but it will be on the screen somewhere. It is not black. Reason, if you're OCD, if you hate seeing fingerprints, a lot of dirt, I would not recommend getting this one versus the other one. But if you like the sleek black look and you are willing to clean it, because I will tell you, it will get pretty dirty, pretty quick, leave fingerprint marks everywhere, just because, black looks nicer on things like cars and whatnot, and the stick too. Honestly, I like it better than the gray, but it will show more dirt, more dust, more fingerprints. So if you are not ready to clean this thing, do not get this one versus the other one that's on the screen, or that I just previously showed on the screen. But price point, they're the same price. It's just I went with this one because this one was the one that was on sale for the Cinco de Mayo sale that I purchased. Now, as you can see, it's here is the lever. Typical ball and lever joystick, not bad. For me, transitioning from pad, it's been great. I love the feel of this stick, weight wise, and it doesn't feel that heavy, honestly. For someone who just went from pad to this immediately, I didn't go from a lower tier stick to a mid tier stick, which is this. I just went straight into it like this, and honestly, greatest investment I've ever made, because for someone who I really wanted to get into fighting games badly, and this has helped me way more than being it's been a great investment just because it's helped me feel a lot more comfortable with fighting games, but it did take some time to get used to. I'll make another video on that sooner or later, but let's keep going into the stick. Here's the layout of the buttons right here. As you can see a little bit of marks. Yeah, it gets like that. That's what I'm telling you guys. If you want the stick, make sure you're ready to clean it, because it does get pretty dirty real quick. The layout of the buttons right here. Now I will tell you one thing for anyone that's going from lower tier sticks to mid tier sticks. Lower tier sticks are typically smaller. From what I've seen, this is a little bit more heavier in the price, but you will get your money's worth out of this. Trust me. I've had this since May, and I've been playing Tekken, and my main is Kazuya. I play a lot of Mishimas and electrics. I will tell you, this is the typical motion for me to hit electrics, or to wave dash, back dash also. So This thing honestly has been taking quite the beating. The lever has been taking quite the beating in terms of me moving it quite heavily, and no problem, no issue whatsoever in almost the year that I've had this stick for. And I've been playing consistently on Twitch, at least on my streams. I've had about 160 some days that I've used this stick, and still no issue to this day. Not with the buttons, not with the lever, not with anything really. Button layout is nice. These buttons are very sensitive. I don't know how it is on a lower tier stick because I've never used lower tier sticks, but to anyone that jumps straight from pad to this, compared to sensitivity to what a pad like a PS4 controller is, this, just a small tap like this, it'll react real quick. So very sensitive buttons, and if you don't like the noise that comes off of these, because this is my normal tap motion right here, you might want to get silencers for this. Is it that easy to reattach and all that? It's a little bit easy. It's not the worst. And then you can see the layout here with the PlayStation logo, the share, that's so you can share any videos on PS4 or anything like that. The options menu, LED, and then the back button, usually this is for more training mode and whatnot. And here on the adjustment side, obviously for if you're using PS4 and whatnot or PC. And on this too, for the LED option, that's for these lights right here. When you're actually using it, it'll light up blue, and then every time you hit, you can hit it stationary, well, it'll just stay blue. Or if you hit it in a different setting, every time you hit a button, it'll light up. And then right here on the back, you got the attachment where this is where if you're taking this to a tournament, you obviously don't want this out. So you will tighten it up in a nice little cord fashion and then just put it in. But normally, if you're just going to be at home, this is how you'll set it up, where it'll come through this little hole right here, so that way obviously it doesn't get messed up over time. And that's pretty much it for the layout of the stick. Price point, here's, so on the screen it'll show the original price. Oh, can't forget the headphone jack right here. I use my PS4 one, it works fine. I haven't had issues with it, honestly. Sometimes the sound goes out, but that's mainly due to the actual headpiece that I use. Other than that, price point on the screen. I don't know if they'll have another sale anytime soon, but if you see a sale, approach this. This is honestly a great stick. I would highly recommend it. My rating on this thing, from a scale of 1 to 10, I'd honestly give it a 10. But granted, I haven't used many sticks, if any, but I came from a pad. So from any pad player that wants to transition to a mid stick and doesn't want to go from low tier because they really want their money to maybe invest it in like longevity as well as good quality, I would highly recommend this stick. Oh, and I cannot forget that these bottom portions right here, they really help out to maintain the stick on your quads and whatnot, on your laps, so that way it doesn't come out whenever you're pressing fiercely or you have to move in and out, so it'll stay stationary no matter how much force you're really applying it. You have to apply a lot of force, honestly. Price point and everything, it fits well for anyone who is looking to put in a bit of money into a stick. I know it's a bit, but for those that don't want to go in on cheap first and want longevity, this is the way to go. And if you don't want to go up to the higher tier, which is typically a lot more expensive, like a Qanba Dragon, and they're bigger, if you want something smaller, in the mid-size, but not too small, and you want longevity and great quality, like buttons that they have. I forget the name of these buttons per se, but I'll put them up on the screen. They're great quality buttons as well. And just in general, this has been a great product for the past, I don't know, I bought it in May, I don't know how long. I'm not thinking too much right now, I'm just making the video as I go. So, it's been almost a year since I've had this, no problems whatsoever, longevity, been beating the hell out of this stick, honestly, and no problem whatsoever. So if you want to invest your money in a decent mid-tier stick, I don't say decent, it's a great stick, you should honestly purchase this, and I highly recommend it. If you're just looking to upgrade, or if you're just looking to go into a stick mid-price, but longevity-wise, if you're really gonna go in long term into any games that involve using a stick to get a better feeling of the game or more of an actual use for it instead of staying with pad. Or if you're just thinking about going stick in general, I highly recommend the Qanba Obsidian or its counterpart, which is the same stick, just different style, like on the surface. I highly recommend the stick, and I highly recommend its counterpart, which is still the same stick, just of course different face. Just in case you're a clean freak. And that is honestly all that I have to say for the review on the Qanba Obsidian. I hope you guys found this helpful, and I hope this helps you make the decision on if you will buy or will not buy a stick, and possibly if you were looking for a particular stick like this, just so you know the quality and caliber of like what it is. And that's all I've had for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good one. Peace.